Hello. I've recently received a video request from one of my subscribers, Graduate Girly. She asked me to talk about the challenges and complexities of living in a interracial relationship. She said she was very interested in knowing this, especially about relationships like mine, you know, white guy with white girl. For the most part, it's really not that complicated. It's really not that much different than any other type of relationship. Here in Oklahoma, it's a very tolerant place. Most people are very live, let live. If they have bias, they really don't show it, and you know, they really don't care. As long as we're happy together, you know. But we do have to deal with certain things that happen from time to time. One thing in particular is something that, you know, minorities from time to time have to deal with. You know, hidden racism, or how Obama put it, perceived injustices. No matter how she acts, no matter how she associates herself with, Maria's always going to be black, and sometimes that's the only thing some people see. And it can be a challenge sometimes, especially since you can't really pinpoint exactly when this happens. It can sometimes cause arguments between us, saying, you know, kind of agreeing or disagreeing if that's what it is or not. And you know, that can be challenging from time to time. Another thing which I like to refer to as aggressive and passive-aggressive racism or bias. It's basically, you know, some people really don't like seeing interracial couples. It makes them uncomfortable, insecure. They feel the races need to be separated, or whatever the reason. Some people really just don't like seeing interracial couples. It makes them unhappy, I guess. And they kind of react in some certain ways. Like, we had untold number of people just staring at us like we're from Mars or something. Had people yell things at us, try to intimidate us. Even had this one guy try to pick up my wife right in front of me, you know, try to get in the way of the relationship. Safe to guess it didn't work very well. And the last thing that pretty much probably bothers me the most, I mean, you know, the last thing, it's annoying, and that's really about it. It doesn't really keep us from living the kind of life that we want to. And this really doesn't either, but it is very frustrating to me. I like to refer to it as interracial racism. It's where someone of a particular race gets upset or doesn't like to see another person of the same race involved with someone of a different race. White people for decades have been accused of this kind of stuff from time to time. I mean, the KKK had the phrase, "once you go black, you never come back," for example. But I've noticed that, you know, the other way around is true as well. There's a lot of black people that they will show complete hatred toward the black woman that's with the white guy. Most of this hatred I've seen was on YouTube, you know, on different videos, on some of my videos, including my wife, like the one with me helping her do her hair, for example. They basically name call names like self-hating black woman, Oreo, Aunt Jemima, sellout. Self-hating black women and sellout seem to be the most popular, and it's something I've never really understood. How are you self-hating, or how are you a sellout just because of who you choose to date or marry? It's hatred. I feel there's also a lot of insecurity there, and a lot of people who just feel we need to stay separated. And yeah, it's a real problem. It's a problem that I feel wouldn't be as big of a problem if it wasn't being ignored as much as it is. You never hear about it anywhere. You never hear anybody talking about it, especially on news or TV or anything else. It's basically ignored, and that's a serious problem. I think something people really need to wake up and realize that's going on. But basically, beyond that, there's really not anything really worth mentioning. Like I said, it's not that difficult at all, especially here in Oklahoma. Yeah. Also, one thing I guess I should end on is that I kind of was thinking about as I was making this video. My wife and I are both very proud of our heritages. We feel that they're very important, and it's something that we would want to pass on to our children. We don't want our children to be seen or see themselves as being white or black. We want them to know exactly who they are, where they come from, and know their heritages on both sides. I don't know. I feel if you have a good understanding of who you are, you'll have a appreciation of others as well. I mean, that's kind of how I was raised, and I seem to be okay. I'm not some hate monger or anything. At least I don't think I am. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I guess I better end this before it gets too long, if it's not too late already. So, see you later.